Hi guys, this is Calculus Family, and in this lesson, I'll be taking you through directional derivatives. I have two problems here to illustrate this to you so that you understand directional derivatives, which is application of differentials in multivariable. Please subscribe if this is the first time being on this channel, and don't forget to also share solution. I will explain by solving these two problems. When you talk about directional derivatives, right, we are just trying to say that we want direction. Okay, now we have a function. Let's say you have a hill here, right, and you are standing at a point which is with respect to this hill. We want the hill here is modeling a multivariable function. Okay, because a multivariable function can be a shape like a cone, like a sphere, like a different shapes, right? So we model this dynamic as a function of x, y, z. Then the question is, how fast can I reach here, or how fast is the slope? Or we are just asking ourselves, how fast can we get to the point where we want to get? So the idea is that if I find my gradient function f, which always determines the greatest point in change, you know, differentiation is what? The rate of change of a function at a point, right? So the rate of change at which we can get there fastest will occur at the gradient function. Then when you multiply it by a certain direction vector, which will lead us to our path, then we can call this a directional derivative. Simply, directional derivative is simply the dot product of a unit vector. Please take note. The directional derivative of a unit vector, then multiply by the gradient function at that point where you are standing. As simple as that. Let's solve the first problem, A. So we have to find the directional derivative. So this is the symbol du of f of 20, where f of x y is given as s e to the power xy plus y, right? And the vector is a unit vector in the direction of theta is equal to 2 pi over 3. What do you do? So you simply say that du f of 2 comma 0, you don't know, right? I have my f of xy, which is given as x e to the power xy plus y. Beautiful, right? Then what you're going to do is, from this you need your gradient function. Gradient function is simply finding the derivative of this, and here, since it's a multivariable function, we need the partial derivatives. So I'll first find my fx, which is equal to derivative with respect to x. Any non-x is a constant, right? When I come here, this becomes a product. Okay, product rule, because x here is a linear, x here is exponential. So when I maintain my x, I'll maintain my x and differentiate e to the power xy. That will give me what? Y e to the power xy. Plus, I'll differentiate the x, I'll get 1. Multiplying e to the power xy. Then plus, differential of y with respect to x is 0. So the answer gives me xy e to the power xy plus e to the power xy. This is my fx. Then you find fx at 0.20. And that gives us 2 times 0 e to the power 2 times 0 plus e to the power 2 times 0. What are you getting here? Our answer is going to, so this will give us entirely 0 and this will give us 1. So answer is 1. Then you find out fy of x, right? So fy of xy is given us derivative of this with respect to y. At this point, x is a constant, right? So we simply have x times x. So I have x squared multiplying e to the power xy plus 1, because derivative of y with respect to y is 1. Then we find fy of 20. Wherever you see x, you put 2. Wherever you see y, you put 0. So 2 squared e to the power 2 multiplying 0 plus 1. What are you getting here? We are simply getting 2 squared is what? 4, right? This will give us 1 plus 1 is 5. Therefore, our gradient function at the point 20. So our gradient function f of, so you can have this. Our gradient function at xy is given as a vector where we have our fx, fy, right? Fx, comma fy, and this give us what? X multiplying e to the power xy. So x y e to the power xy plus e to the power xy, comma, this gave us x squared e to the power xy plus 1. Then we found our gradient function at 2o, and that is now giving us 1 comma what 5. We are done. Once you find the gradient function, we only need the vector, and the vector is explained to be what? To be a unit vector in the direction theta is equal to 2 pi over 3. We are very safe here. The question told us that we have a unit vector, therefore there's no need to simplify the vector. So our vector then u will be equal to cosine of 2 pi over 3 plus sine of 2 pi over 3. So our answer is simply going to be what? The gradient function at 2o dot our vector, and that will give us. So first of all, what is our u-naught? Our vector is simply, when you simplify this expression, you get negative half comma root 3 on 2, right? So when you do the dot product, you are simply going to have 1 5 dot negative half comma root 3 on 2, and that's going to give us 1 times negative half plus 5 times root 3 over 2. This gives us negative half plus 5 root 3 on 2. Simplify as root 3, 5 minus 1 all over 2. Let's solve the second problem, which says that f of xyz is given as the function, and we're giving our vector here. Please, in the second question, it wasn't mentioned that it's a unit vector. Whenever you want to perform directional derivative, make sure that your vector is a unit vector, because we don't need the magnitude of the vector. You should only give us the direction. So let's find it. So for the b, I'll have my function f of x, y, z, which is going to give me the function x squared z plus y cubed z squared minus x y z, right? So once you find this, then you need your fx, fy, and fz, which will give us what our gradient function of what f x y z, right? So what are you getting? Let me open the vector straight away. So my fx will be what? So here will be fx comma fy comma fz, right? So this is what you want. Now let's differentiate this with respect to, so what is our fx? Our fx here, we get 2xz plus, there is no x here, we get 0. Then here, what do we get? Minus yz, right? So minus yz. Therefore, our fx is 2xz minus yz. What is our fy? Fy here, there is no y. Here will be 0. Our y here will give us plus 3y squared z squared. And our y here will give us minus xz. So our answer is 3y squared z squared minus xz. Then finally, our fz, right? The first one will give us s squared as our answer, because z is only 1. There is z here, so you get plus 2zy cubed and minus xy as our answer. Therefore, our gradient function obviously can be seen as this: f of x, y, z will be equal to our fx, which is 2xz minus yz, comma our fy, 0y squared z squared minus xz, comma x squared plus 2zy cubed minus xy. Nicely. So once this is written, then the next thing is our vector, right? The vector was given us vector. We have the vector to be equal to negative 1, 0, then 3, right? Therefore, what's the unit vector? Unit vector, you have to find 1 over what? The length of our vector. Is that not it? Times our vector itself. Therefore, the length of the vector is going to be negative 1 squared plus 0 squared plus 3 squared, which is square root of 10. And therefore, our vector will be 1 over square root of 10 times negative 1, 0, then 3, right? Therefore, we simplify. Then we get negative 1 over root 10, comma 0, comma 3 root 10, right? Therefore, our directional derivative fu will be equal to simply this gradient function times this, right? So I'll take 1, negative 1 over root 10, multiplying my first gradient function term. Then I'll have 0 times this will give us 0, right? So you simply have comma. When I multiply this by this, okay? So since it's a dot product, you add. Let's add straight away. So plus 3 over root 10 multiplying s squared plus 2zy cubed minus xy plus that. So the expression here can further be simplified as negative 1 over root 10, or sorry, you can make it root 10. Then you simply have your 2xz minus yz minus 3x squared minus 6zy cubed minus 3xy. So you can just manipulate it, and that is how we find directional derivatives. Thank you for being in this video. Please subscribe and don't forget to share.